Today we're gonna make one of my favorite pasta dishes to make. This is a real simple, easy dish to make. Simple ingredients, but it is taste real good. And we're using real simple ingredients to make this pasta dish. No set of bells and whistles. I'm using spaghetti, but of course, if you want to use any pasta shape that you prefer, go right ahead. This dish does call for a lot of garlic, so we'll be going in with a ton of garlic in this. And we have some tomatoes and some fresh basil. Again, no set of bells and whistles. Simple, clean flavors, but it has come together real nice and it tastes real good. So let me get into this one time. So we have a quick word about cooking pasta properly. To cook the pasta properly, you want your water at a rolling boil, not at a gentle simmer. Rolling boil like this. You wanna add a pinch of salt, and then you go in with your pasta. Now, contrary to popular belief, you don't need oil in your pasta water to stop it from sticking. You just need sufficient water for the pasta to be able to cook and move around in the pot, and that will prevent it from sticking. Of course, you want to use tongs or a wooden spoon to loosen the pasta in the pot. Like I said, for this dish, we're using a lot of garlic, so I have 8 cloves here, and you just want to slice them thinly like this. I'm going to cut the tomato into 8, so like that. And then we just want to do a rough chop on half of our basil leaves. And we're going to keep the other half to use later on in the dish. Okay, that's it. Our ingredients prepped. Let's see about our pasta. All right, so our pasta is finished cooking, and I'm just gonna transfer it to this colander here. I'm not pouring it all because I actually want to save the water, because I might be using it later on in the dish. So to ensure that we don't end up with overcooked pasta, I want to run some cold water on our pasta now, because if we don't do that, the residual heat will continue to cook the pasta. Again, we don't want no overcooked mushy pasta, so you just want to run some pipe water on it, and that will stop it from continuing to cook. All right, good to go. It's not no long thing. Quick things, but best thing, trust me. So you're going in with some olive oil, about 4 tablespoons, add in my tomatoes and the garlic. And you'll notice I add the tomatoes and the garlic at the same time. That's because I don't want the garlic to burn at all. So the liquid from the tomatoes will help prevent the garlic from burning, but still allow the garlic to saute in the oil. Add our basil as well. Seasoning with some salt and some black pepper. And we're gonna let this saute for about 5 minutes. And that will give the tomatoes, the garlic and the basil enough time to commingle and get well acquainted with each other, but also allow the tomatoes to break down a little bit. And what we have going on here is a nice little sauce. At this point, I just want to ladle in some of our pasta water. We have a nice sauce going here. Now I just want to return our pasta to the pot. I just want to toss the pasta in our sauce. At this point, I want to turn up our heat. And now I just want to finish with a little drizzle of olive oil. Nothing much at all. Boom, that is it right there. Pasta done. Add in some fresh basil to it there, and that is it right there now. This very simple tomato, garlic, and basil pasta is one of my favorite pasta dishes to make. And for me, a good pasta dish don't need to be swimming in cheese and dairy for it to taste good. You can do simple ingredients and achieve something really delicious. And of course, if you wanted to add meat to this, seafood or chicken or anything like that, feel free. The world is your oyster. So if you like this recipe, please give it a thumbs up, give it a share. If you want a link to the full recipe, I'll put that in the video description. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please take a moment to do so. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. So I almost forgot to describe to you what this dish tasting like. Of course, the garlic in there, heavy garlic, doing what garlic does do. They get a nice balance of sweet and acidity from the tomatoes because, of course, tomatoes could be acidic. But if you use ripe tomatoes, they do tend to have a bit of sweetness to it. And of course, the fresh basil in there just kind of brighten it, lifting the whole dish. Easy, simple, clean flavors, but trust me, delicious, very delicious.